Okay, so I'm just on the roof of 52 to 54 Sydenham Rd Brookvale. So just to start with, I'm on the roof of 1 to 7, just on the northernmost side of the building. So I've had a good look around. I've noticed quite a few issues. So look, the current condition of the existing roof, particularly the flashings, are in pretty poor condition over this area. You can see that it's quite badly rusted. You can see that there are rust holes sort of throughout this flashing here. There's a rusted small section of box scutter also in this area, which may be allowing water entry. All of the roofing screws, as you can see here, are quite badly rusted and starting to rust through the roof sheet. The roof sheets themselves, they are quite badly dinged. You can see here that there's two large dings. As I make my way around, you can see that there are quite a few larger dings throughout this area. The wall cladding is also in pretty poor condition, as you can see. Looks as though it's been sealed several times. All the flashing joints are in poor condition. Screws missing throughout. Also the use of dissimilar metals. You can see that there is a lead flashing here which is being used on the zinc loom, which is starting to react and could cause permanent rust issues. The polycarbonate roof sheet here looks to be in good condition. It looks as though it was replaced recently. There is an older one here. It has been sprayed, obviously, just to try and stop as much light going through this area. I'll just make my way over to the two penetrations here in the area. You can see that obviously these have been an issue in the past and have been sort of worked on via just some flashing tape and quite a bit of oversealing. The box cutters on the northern side of the roof don't seem to be in too poor a condition. There's quite a bit of sludge and debris sort of in and throughout the box cutter. There's no water holding, and it has rained in the last probably last 12 hours at least, so that's pretty good that the floors are good. You can see that once again there's quite a bit of dissimilar metal sort of causing rust to appear. There's quite a few large gaps in there. You can see straight into the building. So just having a look at a few penetrations, mainly for the supports of the walls and a few of the, so this is the antenna. You can see that it's there's no tray flashing, it's purely just a Dectite which has gone through the roof of the sheet and then sealed in place. I've also used a flashing tape to prevent any water from getting in this area. This is more of just a patch job. There should be a new colorbond or zinc loom tray flashing, which will be sealed and secured underneath the top ridge capping. Same as the supports here. You can see they've only been sealed. The supports themselves are in pretty poor condition. You can see there's quite a lot of surface rust throughout. And once again, the cladding is in pretty poor condition with large holes, which could be allowing water entry into the space below. This box cutter here seems to be holding quite a bit of water and has quite a bit of debris and rubbish. The fiberglass roof sheets are pretty old. You can see they're starting to decay. Two whirlybirds don't seem to be working. There is a bit of wind here today, and that's shut. and this one here is shut as well. So they're completely broken. Just in the middle of the building now. So look, there's a downpipe here which completely rusted out and could be causing quite a few issues in this box gutter here. There's a spread wood rust, as you can see. It's starting to discolor and rust the flushing as well. The box gutter doesn't seem to have any rust. All the screws throughout, pretty much the entire building, are in really poor condition. You can see here there's a roof sheet which is rusted out completely and starting to lift. So that's all pretty much rusted through. If I was to put enough force through that, you would actually put your finger through it. You can see as I get a little bit further down to the southern side of the roof, there has been a few patchworks to the actual to the roof sheets here. You can also see that this gutter there's rust in there, so there must be rusting somewhere throughout this box gutter. There's a lot more patching going on here as well. A little bit of rust sort of in and throughout. Okay, so I'm just having a look at the box gutter as I'm coming along to the southern side of the roof. The box gutters are starting to become worse with quite a bit of rust throughout, which may be allowing water entry into the units below. There's also been quite a bit of work on the dings in and throughout this area. And as I make my way a little bit further down, you'll start seeing the dings becoming larger and rust is starting to appear in the actual roof sheets themselves. So they're starting to actually eat through in and around the screws. There are quite a few penetrations. The air conditioning units on this side of the roof, you can see that there are quite a few sort of the penetrations which is likely aren't actually going through the roof themselves. There are one or two, as you can see here, which has just been sealed with silicone. The thing that is incorrect with these with the aircon units is that the actual base that they're sitting on is a timber base which is sitting in the pan of the roof sheet. There could be quite a bit of rust under there due to the moisture not being able to escape. So look, this one's a little bit better. You can see the feet are rubber, but generally, and the best way to do air cons is that the supports actually sit on top of the ribs, allowing water to run underneath them. I believe this aircon has been decommissioned, but has been left on the roof, similar to this one here. There's also another penetration, as you can see. Water is pooling behind this area and the silicone is starting to lift. Okay, so on the southernmost part of the roof now, you can see that, as I was saying before, when it came to these the supports, they should have new tray flashing. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's a better way of finishing the actual product. Once again, the cladding's in pretty poor condition with fixings missing pretty much throughout. The box gutters, there is quite a bit of sort of mud and debris sitting inside these with a bit of water sort of pooling in and throughout it. The skylight sheets on this rear roof are also in better condition and look as though they've been replaced in sort of the last 5 years. It's about 20 mil, 30 mil of water sitting in this box gutter here.